All right. Today's date is 4/6/2001, 5:13. Nasdaq gap up list. Netflix, Google 2.41. The bull, the Apple trade, the length of the list 1.00 and higher is looking good for the futures market this morning. One of the things that we will also take a look at is to see what the gap up and down list is. AMSC down 10.98, and then the rest of it's very diminished. So there's got to be some news on that. Trade management today is that we have a Dow Jones futures gap of 70 points overnight. We have an S&P futures gap of 880 in pre-market. S&P fair value up $1.48 above that. So the fair values are there. The Nasdaq has got a 19.5 pre-market gap and fair value a plus 2.27. Some of the dirt bombs that came out yesterday were, Netflix has got some tunes doing something with another content provider. The Google trade, which was the most oversold one on a bunch of trash news, but nonetheless, risk must be addressed. Not long-term positions, shorter-term positions must be addressed. So we have some of the semis. So some of the things that had been overbought, like Sina and some of these Chinese ADRs and whatnot. So that's the Nasdaq comp today. And we're only 15 minutes into pre-market. The trade management would be that looking for the pullbacks, and in the MMT platform is we would be looking for what that ratio spread is. Yesterday morning we had a quick short on the Apple trade and then had to reverse that trade and go long. There were some of the other over bloated ones like the CMG trades that we had very quick shorts on and then had to reverse that trade on a volatility trade to the long side just to cover the risk, and it added and fueled some profits. So we're getting into this very peculiar part of the futures in the mornings is that yesterday naturally we had the gap down, and then today we have the gap up, and that's called volatility. Pre-market futures volatility. So the trade management is going to be is how these names set up, but once again is on that opening gap when they slide that bid, is hitting that short, then hey, making the adjustment and getting that long when needed. Okay. Earnings season is going to be here next week. A lot of these other names outside of Google, which has been sold down and trashed, a lot of these other names are priced to perfection for the earnings. That means that there's going to be a lot of havocness at that time, because a lot of these other names that we make markets on are running way in advance again, from the bear raid to the bull raid, and the bull raid is on. And the thing about it is, certain ones are going to hit certain valuations. Won't matter what they report, they're going to go tumbling down.